Hi guys, it's Stephanie. It's Tuesday, November 8th. So tonight's video is going to be based on a decision I made that I want to relocate up north and live in Rhode Island. So last week I contacted a realtor and he came over and he looked over my home and he was very pleased with some of the upgrades I did in this home. After he did a walkthrough and we discussed certain things, we agreed on a sales price, and we discussed a time frame that I'd be moving up north. He feels that he can sell this place within a month or two, which is good. I discussed with my manager at work that I'd like to do a transfer, and he recommended me wait until January to begin the process. And I also contacted a few rental apartment homes in Rhode Island, and they recommend that I visit their website and print out an application and begin the process to be on a waiting list. But since I did all these things, I haven't been at ease. My mind hasn't stopped racing. A lot of what ifs, a lot of pros and cons are coming and going out of my mind. So obviously, some of the pros and cons have to do with the cost of living. The cost of living in Florida is very, 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 very affordable. Home prices here are more affordable than Rhode Island, depending where you want to live. I have no state taxes here. I don't have to worry about the freezing cold and shoveling snow. I don't have to work a part-time job here just to have a place to live. I don't need a part-time job. I can do everything with just one full-time job. If I work a part-time job, it's because I want to save a lot more money for whatever reason. Okay? The cons of staying here is I have respiratory issues. I've been getting post-nasal dripping for the past 20 years because of the high humidity level here. It gets excruciatingly hot because it's so humid. We're surrounded by water here. Okay. My AC is always running 24/7. Okay. Living in this type of home, it does get cold in the winter, and this home doesn't have a real heating system because it doesn't need it. I mean, I'd benefit from it, but I don't have a real heating system because our winters are very short and very mild. You might get a 45 degree one morning for a couple of weeks, but that's it. That's the extent of our winter. Those are the cons and those are the pros here. Okay. The cons of living in Rhode Island is I'm closer to my family. if we feel like visiting one another, we can. I don't have to drive for 24 hours, and I don't have to book a flight if I don't want to. Hop on my car, and about 45 minutes or whatever, I'm there where they live. The other pros is Rhode Island is a much more transgender or LGBTQ friendly state. Okay. LGBTQ in Rhode Island, they have more protections, they have more rights. Here, there's none. But I have not experienced any issues here either. I've been treated fair by my employers. I have good friends. But just the fact that I don't have no rights here legally is not good if something happens. Okay? I have rights for my employment. As a person, there's no protections for the LGBT community. That means if you're gay or bisexual or transgender, you don't have no protections here in Florida. Only on your workplace that I do. In Rhode Island, I do. In Rhode Island, if I was going through my process, that state would have paid for everything that I did that's trans related in Rhode Island. The other cons about Rhode Island is, if I decide to move to Rhode Island, I get a cost of living adjustment to my pay. If I'm making X number of dollars here, if I move there, my employer will increase my pay automatically because the cost of living in Rhode Island is much higher. Because you have taxes, just groceries alone is 20% more. The housing is a lot more expensive. Renting a home there is a little bit higher than Florida. So those are the pros and cons, okay, of staying or going. So since I made this decision, I've contacted several rental companies there, and they're recommending that I get on their website and fill out an application and put a down payment so they can hold a unit for me. It's about $150. And that will secure my home or an apartment. The other thing I have to do if I decide to live in Rhode Island is I have to change over all my doctors, because I am under doctor's care for my my thyroidism I have, or Graves' disease. I have a care doctor for that, and all my doctors for my eyesight and for my thyroid, I'd have to find other doctors, and then they would have to pull all my records from the doctors that care for me here. So my banking needs, the only state up north on that side of the country that has the bank I deal with is Rhode Island and New York and a few states. So that's good. So I don't have to change banks. I can keep banks and still get my direct deposit when I get up there to live. So the issue I'm having here is, if I decide to go live in Rhode Island, at the cost of renting a unit monthly, I may have to find a part-time job just as an added income to make up for what I'm paying in rent, the increase. The benefit of here where I live now, it only costs me to live in this home, it only costs me $530 a month. because I don't own the land that my home is on. I have to pay what they call a lot fee because I live in a manufactured home. It's a double wide manufactured home, like a little ranch, 2-bedroom, 2-bath. I got 1,500 square feet. I got 3 bedrooms. I have a living room, a dining room, and my little recording studio that I made last year. So I will be leaving a 1,500 square foot to go live in a possibly 700 square foot, an apartment half the size. Okay. Also, if I decide to go live up there, I won't be able to bring everything with me. I'd have to sell some stuff or get rid of it or sell it with my home. That's the other thing that I discussed with my realtor. What am I going to leave in the house? Because once you make that decision, you can't pull out of a contract and keep something or take something, because then it becomes real property, REAL, real property, which is part of the sale agreement. So that's what I'm facing, and that's what I'm thinking about. I don't care about the inclement weather, the snow up there. I was raised in Massachusetts, so I'm used to the cold. You just wear something warmer, you wear layers, and you do different things during the winter. I spent some time online and check out some nice areas where I can continue to create my content for my channel, places where I can take my drone in Rhode Island. And there's a lot of beautiful places where drones are permitted. I don't have a problem with any of that. There's a lot of planning that I have to do, and there's a lot to my process of thinking to make sure that this is what I want to do. I can't say that the sole reason for going up there is because of my family. I understand they have their life they have to live. When I go up there, I'll have my life I got to live. But sometimes I think about the holidays down here, the Christmases and all that stuff. I spend a lot of my Christmases and holidays pretty much by myself, because a lot of my friends are either in a relationship or they're married, and they go to their families to spend time during the holidays and the Christmases. So that's probably the hardest time I have here, is when I go through a holiday. Okay, so that's about it. These are the things that are on my mind, and I have to decide this, and I don't really have a whole lot of time to decide. I'm giving myself till April to have everything squared away so I can leave, the place sold, a truck packed and ready to go. But in another 3 weeks, my realtor will be coming back here with his video camera and a for sale sign and a sale agreement that I got to sign, a contract. So all these got to be thought about, and I got to make up my mind. I already made up my mind that I want to do it, but I'm thinking about the pros and cons. You know, as long as I move up there, if I have to work three days a week is what I figured. Just work a three day a week part-time job just to make up for the additional $600 a month in rental. That's what it is. It's an additional $600 to $650 a month I'd be paying just for a roof over my head in Rhode Island. I can very easily find a $900 apartment that's in a dumpy area, and I'm 56 years old. I don't want to live in a very bad area of the city or the town. I want to live in a nice, decent place. And to have that, rents start at $1,250 a month. You have off-street parking. You have a few utilities included in that you don't have to pay. Okay? Here I'm paying $530 a month but I got to pay my electric, I got to pay my water, I got to pay sewer, I got to pay the cable, like my Wi-Fi. So yeah, so if I can look at my numbers in a dollar amount versus there, then it's a done deal. I'm going to be gone. So anyways, I want to say thank you very much for checking out my video today. If you guys leave me a comment, I would appreciate it. Once again, I want to say thank you to all my subscribers that's been supporting my channel for the past year. And if you're a visitor and you're just visiting my channel and you find something that resonates with you in one of my videos, then please consider subscribing and hitting that top bell so you can get future notifications of all my uploads. I appreciate you guys. And if you guys want to leave me a comment to tell me what you think about this master plan I have, let me know. I'll read it and I'll re-comment. And you guys have a wonderful day.